Interesting facts. Below is a list of Keeping Up with the Joneses hidden truth and facts you probably don't know. The homebrew shop scenes were filmed at Red Brick Brewing Company, the oldest craft brewery in Georgia. The movie was initially slated to premiere during early April 2016, but the release date was deferred for about 6 months until late October 2016. According to website Cinema Blend, actors Jon Hamm and Zach Galifianakis actually are old friends. Actress Gal Gadot has said of her secret agent character Natalie Jones, "I think she loves being a spy, and I think that's the problem they have in their relationship. She's so much into this world and he's not. He doesn't like the lies. He doesn't like playing an act or making pretend, and she's all about the adrenaline and the mission. She loves it. She's a real spy." Actor-comedian Zach Galifianakis has said of his actor co-star Jon Hamm, "You know, I've known Jon. I've known Jon before Jon was truly Jon Hamm, and he's a comedy guy. He's really funny. You know, a lot of leading type guys like that. They don't have humor. They think they do, but they don't. It's almost unfair that he can do both. It's really frustrating because I'm certainly not going to be a, no one is ever going to go, you know. Zach does handsome really well, so, Jon, he just is funny, and he's funny like a comedian is funny, you know, not, look, an actor is funny, he's funny, and so Jon and I had this, just a friendship, and I'd hope we'd work together. I think, Jon Hamm and I got together over the last couple of years and we talked about a couple of things that, and then this kind of happened and I'm glad that it did. It seemed like a good fit." Screenwriter Michael Lecieur found inspiration from some friends' idyllic lives in a suburban cul-de-sac. A street closed at one end. It was similar to the one in Keeping Up with the Joneses, 2016, and my friends could not have been happier living there, said Lecieur. It was like they had discovered paradise. It's so endearing and funny that people could find that much happiness in something that simple. Actress Isla Fisher appreciated Jon Hamm's action hero chops, which extend beyond high-speed chases. Fisher said, "He can smash something with his elbow while kicking in a door and pulling out a gun." The slogan of the MBI company read, "Global order through superior technology." First cinema movie directed by Greg Mottola in around 5 years, with his last theatrical feature film being Paul, 2011. Greg Mottola, the movie's director, credits stunt coordinator and second unit director Steven Ritchie with staging the action for maximum impact and thrills, but he and the cast give a special shout-out to actor Jon Hamm, who did much of the driving himself. "Jon did some really great donuts, elaborate car maneuvers, in the Mercedes we were all jammed into," said co-star Gal Gadot. Hamm is modest about his contributions to the scene, noting that to prepare for it, he drove around an empty parking lot for hours to get used to the car and its moves. Hamm added, "Having that extra time behind the wheel really helped me improve. The key was to not to just make it fun, but to also make it safe. Steven Ritchie made it happen for all of us." Director Greg Mottola credits screenwriter Michael Lecieur's style and approach as another major draw. "I like Mike's writing a lot. He tends not to create just jokes and one-liners. Mike writes real characters and has a dry and sometimes absurd sense of humor." Keeping Up with the Joneses, 2016, has its own distinctive character. It felt like a comedy character movie disguised as a high-concept idea, and that's the kind of story I love most. Actor Jon Hamm was considered for the role of Batman that eventually went to Ben Affleck. Actress Gal Gadot co-starred as Wonder Woman, 2017, with Affleck in Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, 2016, which debuted in the same 2016 year as Keeping Up with the Joneses, 2016. Debut theatrical feature film performing full producing capacities as the main producer of screenwriter Michael Lecieur. Care was given to find the perfect houses for the Gaffneys and Joneses, one of which would ultimately be blown to bits, spewing remnants everywhere. "It certainly woke up the neighborhood," said art director Jeremy Woolsey in an epic understatement. Director Greg Mottola largely eschewed green screen and CGI in favor of what he calls a "you are there" feel with an old-school action vibe to it. Mottola enjoyed creating the scene so much that he notes he had to be careful not to spend too much time on it, but I felt that if we were going to do one major action set piece, let's do it right. It was a lot of fun. Israeli actress Gal Gadot portrays a spy character, Mrs. Natalie Jones, who is of Israeli descent, though her early cover nationality in the movie is actually Greek. One of two Spies movies, both first released in 2016 starring actress Gal Gadot. The first was the espionage thriller Criminal, 2016, and the second was the spy comedy Keeping Up with the Joneses, 2016. One of at least three major 2016 cinema movie releases which featured the name Jones in the film's title. The films are Bridget Jones's Baby, 2016, Free State of Jones, 2016, and Keeping Up with the Joneses, 2016. A neighborhood in northwest Atlanta in the USA was home to the cul-de-sac, to which the production added a large center island to break up the large expanse of road. It's a larger than average cul-de-sac, so we added an island made of steel and wood, covered in grass and bushes, said art director Jeremy Woolsey. We didn't design the movie to just machine gun jokes all the time, concluded the film's director Greg Mottola. He added, the humor, action and romance are always grounded. These characters are meant to be recognizable, and I think audiences will really like them. First cinema movie produced screenplay of screenwriter Michael Lecieur in around 7 years, with his most recent theatrical feature film produced screenplay being The Heist, 2009. After a week of enduring filming deafening gunfire and screeching tires, the cast and crew moved on to the Scorpion Villain's Posh Hotel Penthouse, which was up a Hyatt Hotel in downtown Atlanta, Georgia. The interiors of the hotel penthouse were built on stages in Atlanta's Grant Park neighborhood, in a complex of buildings that once housed an ice cream distributor. The picture was first announced in March 2014, with Greg Mottola directing the movie from a screenplay by Michael Lecieur. Even before director Greg Mottola came aboard the project, screenwriter Michael Lecieur had successfully pitched the story to producers Walter F. Parks and Laurie MacDonald. I think Walter responded to the contrast between the suburban couple, living this boring life, and this fantastic, sophisticated, well-traveled couple that is moving into a neighborhood to which they don't seem to belong, said Lecieur. The wife is suspicious of the new neighbors, but their husband is thrilled to have these exciting people living nearby. It's a rich premise. The interior of the penthouse hotel suite, as envisioned by production designer Mark Ricker, had a bar and dining room, living room, and bedroom, along with a real marble fireplace and select wallpapers which came from Germany. We wanted to create an elite, textured hotel suite that is as fabulous as it is ridiculous, just like the villain, Scorpion himself, said art director Jeremy Woolsey. While the action is a key element of this movie, the film always puts comedy and romance front and center. During early screenings, screenwriter Michael Lecieur was gratified by the laughs and by moments where you can feel the audience connecting emotionally with the movie. That's as satisfying as getting a big laugh, for sure. One of at least 5 major cinema movie comedies of the year 2016 featuring spies. The spy comedies are Grimsby, 2016, Dad's Army, 2016, Tao Tian Ter Wu, 2016, Central Intelligence, 2016, and Keeping Up with the Joneses, 2016. Due to the alluring lingerie scene on star Gal Gadot in this spy comedy, her character of Natalie Jones has been nicknamed, not a Bond girl or a Bond woman, but a Bond gal. Intelligence agencies, real or fictional, featured and or referenced in the film, include the actual Israeli Secret Service, the Mossad, and the fictional The Agency, the latter of whom Mr. and Mrs. Jones work for. The name of the Reptilian nightclub in Atlanta, Georgia was the Cobra Club. Both of the movie's lead actresses portrayed the partners of spies in earlier 2016 spy movies. Gal Gadot was Jill Pope, the wife of CIA agent Bill Pope. Ryan Reynolds from Deadpool, 2016, in the spy thriller Criminal, 2016, whilst Isla Fisher was Jodie Figgis, the MI6 staffer girlfriend of MI6 agent Sebastian Graves. Mark Strong from Kingsman, The Secret Service, 2014, in the spy comedy Grimsby, 2016. One of two spy comedies, both first released in the year 2016, that feature Australian actress-comedian Isla Fisher. The first was Grimsby, 2016, starring her husband Sacha Baron Cohen, where Fisher had a supporting role as the partner of Mark Strong, who had starred in Kingsman, The Secret Service, 2014, and the second was the spy comedy Keeping Up with the Joneses, 2016, where Fisher has a leading role. The producers of this movie, Walter F. Parkes and Laurie MacDonald, also produced the Men in Black film franchise. See Men in Black, 1997, Men in Black II, 2002, Men in Black 3, 2012, and Men in Black, the series, 1997, which feature two-star actors who played the central characters. They were Mr. Smith, Will Smith, and M.R. Jones, Tommy Lee Jones. Weapons featured in the film included a K-Coat Factory Black SIG Sauer P226 9x 19mm handgun pistol, a Smith & Wesson M&P semi-automatic 9x 19mm sidearm pistol handgun, a 9x 19mm Heckler & Koch MP5A3 and UMP45 ACP caliber submachine guns, an Ingram 380 caliber Mac 11 machine pistol, and an SIG SG 552-2 Commando 5.56x 45mm rifle. Actress Gal Gadot had recently played the wife of secret agent Bill Pope, Ryan Reynolds, in the same 2016 years earlier spy thriller Criminal, 2016. In the same 2016 year, Reynolds starred as the title character in Deadpool, 2016, which was produced by the same 20th Century Fox studio as Keeping Up with the Joneses, 2016. Producers Walter F. Parkes and Laurie MacDonald sparked to the idea of a suburban couple, who, as Parkes said, desperately wants to be friends with their neighbors. This connection provides a recognizable and emotional foundation for a high-concept comedy, that the film wasn't just about playing the gag. Greg Motola's skill in directing the high-powered action especially impressed his producers Walter F. Parkes and Laurie MacDonald. Parkes said, "We were thrilled at how Greg delivered the action. In many comedies, action can be a silly add-on, but Greg was committed to doing it right. Those scenes are very satisfying." Both Neighbors Spies action comedy movies, Killers, 2010, and Keeping Up with the Joneses, 2016, filmed their burbs-suburbs scenes in the American state of Georgia. Scriptwriter Michael Easier was intrigued by husband and wife super spies, such as those depicted in films like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, 2005, and by a married duo he envisioned living across the street from such a stealthy couple. He said, "I kept wondering what this average husband and wife would think about all the craziness going on in the spy's house. There's a whole other movie going on from the neighbor's perspective. I started thinking about that and combining it with some aspects of the lives of my friends living on their beloved cul-de-sac." Production filmed at Sani America, Inc., a tractor factory that doubled as Jeff Gaffney, Zach Galifianakis' place of employment, a fictional military-industrial corporation specializing in defense contracts encompassing satellites, missile technology, radar, telecommunications systems. In other words, it was the perfect setting for espionage and villains looking to steal secret stuff. At least 3 cast and crew personnel worked on both The Spy Next Door, 2010, and Keeping Up with the Joneses, 2016. They are actor Jeff Chase, who played the characters of a Russian thug and Misha in each movie respectively. Both are Russian-esque. Music editor J.J. George, and storyboard artist Daryl Henley. This cinema movie was made and released about 3 years after the similarly titled film Keeping Up with the Joneses. The movie, 2013, Both pictures are comedies and are unrelated. Production designer Mark Ricker and art director Jeremy Woolsey made maximum use of the production's principal locations, the Gaffney's beloved cul-de-sac, and the dilapidated former army base across which the film's action centerpiece, a wild car chase, unfolds. Released around the same time in some territories in 2016 was another Zach Galifianakis comedy, Masterminds, 2016, which co-starred actor-comedian Owen Wilson, who himself has starred previously in his own spy comedy, which was I Spy, 2002, with Eddie Murphy. The tagline "License to Kill, License to Chill" appears in some promotional materials including movie posters for this spy comedy. Two espionage cinema movies have used this title before. They are License to Kill, 1989, and Nick Carter Without Kasser, 1964, also known as License to Kill, apart from a spin-off video game License to Kill, 1989, and television episodes. The License to Kill phrase previously lent its name to the name of a card game in 1967, produced by Golden Wonder. The packaging boasts the tagline, "An exciting new James Bond game." There are 52 playing cards, which include 4 License to Kill cards, 48 enemy agent cards, and there are 12 assignment cards. The cover of the manual for the card game read, "OHMS, Top Secret, OO Agents Only." Two spy comedy cinema movies first released in 2016 featured a soccer match. The comic spy feature films are Grimsby, 2016, and Tao Qian Ter Wu, 2016, Mission Milano. In the 2016 spy comedy Keeping Up with the Joneses, 2016, Zach Galifianakis refers to himself as a soccer dad. The collective name of married couple Tim Jones, Jon Hamm, and Natalie Jones, Gal Gadot, is the Joneses. The name of the coffee shop in Marrakesh, Morocco in North Africa was Hazim's Cafe. Some movie posters and promotional materials for the film feature the tagline "License to Kill, License to Chill." The phrase "License to Kill" is well known within the James Bond film franchise and is actually the title of one of the Bond movies. See License to Kill, 1989. That film spelled the word license without the letter S, which is the case for its American spelling viz. License. After a minor controversy as to whether the British or American spelling, license or license, would be used in the title for License to Kill, 1989, the British spelling won out. For the tagline for Keeping Up with the Joneses, 2016, the American spelling of license is used. License to Kill is a phrase commonly used in Ian Fleming's James Bond novels and short stories. Early released footage from the movie showed a scene where actress Gal Gadot is seen in alluring black lingerie. The UK Express reported Gal Gadot ditches Wonder Woman, 2017, S armor to strip to her bra and knickers, and Gal Gadot flaunts incredible body in Keeping Up with the Joneses, 2016. Clip, What a Wonder Woman, 2017. Whilst the UK Daily Mail reported Gal Gadot shows off superhero figure in lacy lingerie, adding the 31-year-old actress stripped down to lingerie in the funny first trailer for Keeping Up with the Joneses, 2016, and she absolutely scintillated in the lacy undergarments. Gal sported all black intimates including lacy bra and panties, garter belt and thigh-high stockings. Crave-headed with Gal Gadot strips down to her lingerie, whilst Aussie Network News headlined with Wonder Woman, 2017, Gal Gadot strips down for new film. In this spy comedy, actor Jon Hamm and actress Gal Gadot portray married undercover spies Mr. and Mrs. Jones, Tim Jones and Natalie Jones respectively. Keeping Up with the Joneses, 2016. Was made and released just over a decade or 11 years after Mr. and Mrs. Smith, 2005, where Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt played husband and wife assassins ordered to kill each other. In real life, the married couple of Brangelina filed for divorce about a month before Keeping Up with the Joneses, 2016, world premiered. In the same 2016 year's espionage drama Criminal, 2016, which also starred this movie's actress Gal Gadot, who plays a female agent in Keeping Up with the Joneses. 2016. One of her co-stars in the cast list of Criminal, 2016, was actually actor Tommy Lee Jones. Apart from the name above the title top billing of Jon Hamm and Gal Gadot, who play an undercover spy couple, and Isla Fisher and Zach Galifianakis, who also play a couple who are their neighbors, cast members actress Meredith Monroe and actor Matt Walsh also portray another couple in the movie, who also live in the neighborhood. Actress Isla Fisher, who is one of the quartet of lead stars in this Neighbors comedy, previously once voiced a character in 3 episodes of the animated television series Neighbors from Hell, 2010. In one scene in another 2016 spy comedy, Tao Qian Ter Wu, 2016, Mission Milano, a character is forced to eat a scorpion which is described as being a bug from the Amazon. In Keeping Up with the Joneses, 2016, the villain is nicknamed the Scorpion. One of 2 major Neighbors comedy cinema movies that premiered in the year 2016, first released was Bad Neighbors 2, 2016, where the neighbors next door were a raucous sorority house, whilst the second released was Keeping Up with the Joneses, 2016, where the neighbors next door were covert operations agents. Actor Jon Hamm is starring alongside former Die Another Day, 2002, Bond girl Rosamund Pike in the following year's political action thriller High Wire Act, 2017, where a former U.S. diplomat returns to service in order to save a former colleague in Beirut, The Hollywood Reporter states in an article published on May 6, 2015, set in 1980s Beirut. Hamm plays a former U.S. diplomat who was called back into service to save a former colleague from the group possibly responsible for his own family's death. According to early publicity, including a June 22, 2016 article in show business trade paper Variety entitled Jon Hamm and Gal Gadot Go Undercover in First Keeping Up with the Joneses, 2016. Gadot's character was called Diana Jones, but later released publicity states her character to be called Natalie Jones. Gadot's human character name when she plays Wonder Woman, 2017, is Diana Prince. The movie studio that produced this spy comedy, 20th Century Fox, produced the previous year's secret agent comedy Spy, 2015. About at least around a dozen crew personnel worked on this action spy comedy involving neighbors and the earlier cinema movie Killers, 2010, which was also an action spy comedy which involved neighbors who were covert operatives, which was made and released around 6 years earlier.
Spoilers.
The trivia items below may give away important plot points. In the trailer, there is a scene where Jeff called for help from the microphone in his tie, but in the movie the scene is missing. The movie's MacGuffin were a set of microchips which could find a key and unlock the U.S. missile defense system. Production revved into high gear, capturing a propulsive high-speed motorcycles versus car chase between the Joneses, with the Gaffneys along for the fast and furious ride, and the Scorpion's minions. During the movie, actresses Gal Gadot and Isla Fisher participate in a passionate on-screen kiss. The latter's husband, actor-comedian Sacha Baron Cohen, has had a movie in development for a while, since 2012, called The Lesbian. The screenwriters that were hired to write The Lesbian, Frank Hamm and Casper Christensen, wrote the film scripts for Cloven, the movie, 2010, and Cloven Forever, 2015. The latter of which Fisher appeared in as herself. The name of the movie's arch-villain nemesis, who was an international arms dealer, was the Scorpion, Patton Oswalt. His real-life ordinary first name was Bruce. The Atlanta Hyatt Hotel Penthouse's pool in Atlanta, Georgia served as a key location in the movie, with all of the film's lead main 4 stars jumping into it, as the penthouse erupts in fire and flames. Gadgets featured in the film included a black Mercedes driverless car, a bugging device hidden inside a small glass ornament, a poisoned and aesthetic dart pen, a high-temperature welding torch device, various computer hardware and software equipment, and a pair of high-heel shoes equipped with a tracking device. The Scorpion villain scheme, aiming to obtain a set of microchips which could find a key into and unlock the U.S. missile defense system, is similar to the same year's espionage suspense Criminal, 2016, where the nuclear arsenal of the U.S. Central Command and Control had been hacked into via the dark web and the technology went up for sale. Both Criminal, 2016, and Keeping Up with the Joneses, 2016, star Israeli actress Gal Gadot. The Keeping Up with the Joneses Facts and Truths